You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Vikings are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against a Cowboys team that will need to avoid those turnovers.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Second down, Dalton. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run it again with Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. Play clock winding down. Second down, Prescott. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Williams, a man in motion right. On third down, it's Prescott. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play clock's running down. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Prescott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
First and 10 for Dalton. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. The ball comes out, and this will go out of bounds, and they're still short of the line to gain, so this is going to be a turnover on downs here.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. And now Bridgewater going to turn and take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Cook. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard at the 29. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In motion is Grant. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He completes it to Treadwell. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And it'll be Dalton again. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Another chance for Dalton. A swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Franks to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Prescott on first down. Screen play, Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Prescott. Going deep here for Bryant. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. In motion is Grant. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's got room. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. It's second down. Dalton looking. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fresh set of downs here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Lead! Hey, we got four down. Hey. Switch. Hey. Shift.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Third down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. In motion is Grant. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards away. And Frank's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play clock winding down. They go play action here on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on first down. He hits Greg, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
A give to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a run for the former Louisville Cardinal, Sonoris Perry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Time running out here on the play clock. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On 1st down, Dalton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Prescott from the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second down, Dalton. Oh, he's going backwards. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Play clock winding down. On play action, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. 1st and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And the play clock's running down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So it's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And Dalton to throw. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
flush to his right. Oh, Prescott stripped, and this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
Tight end here on the running play. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. All right, here's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it. And just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So now here's the kicker, Andrew Franks, in a pressure spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And Frank's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 29. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Here's Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the eye. So now 3rd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. In motion is Grant. It's do or die for Dalton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. A win, if they can get it, would be their 1st on the year. And how about that? He missed it. Won't matter much in the final shakedown, but a bizarre way to end this victory. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.